Bulletcast for life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it's about the 17th Sports and Recreational Podcast, but it is the only sports and recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I am a very bald, clean-shaven pod father, Philip Antwine, and I'm joined by the newly crowned, the first ever two-time Bulletcast predictions champion, the Canadian Destroyer, Brandon.
Me too. Freshly shaven.
Yeah, it's a lot going on here,
Babyface assassin over here.
Oh, another name to the list. All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 73. Let's get into this PEA, this performance enhancing audio. Right off the bat, a very sad day in the wrestling world. Vader, the mastodon, Big Van Vader, he unfortunately passed away Monday night at 63 years old. My thoughts and condolences go out to his family and friends and all of his fans. I mean, Vader, one of the greatest big men in the business, really. His matches over in Japan, three-time WCW World Champion. His match at SummerSlam '96 with Shawn was decent. Bash at the Beach '95 with Hogan in that steel cage. That was an interesting match. Any thoughts about the death of Vader?
Very sad. He talked about how he had health concerns for the last few years. He had heart problems. He died of pneumonia, so I don't know if there's any relationship to that.
Yeah.
But he was pleading to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I didn't even know he wasn't in the WWE Hall of Fame because he's such a great wrestler, such a legend. I just assumed he was already in there. And I know we did Who Should Be in the Hall of Fame a couple months ago, and I don't even know if we said Vader. Probably because I assumed he was already in there.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
any wrestling Hall of Fame without Vader is not a wrestling Hall of Fame.
It's very true. Vader, he had some controversial topics, most recently with the whole Ricochet Ospreay match and how he said that's not real storytelling or whatever. And then he had the match with Ospreay at Rev Pro in the UK and beat him. So, Vader's still getting in there in that deteriorating health. R.I.P. Vader, man. You will be missed.
I have match pick of the week this week. I picked a Vader match, so stay tuned for that one.
There we go.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. I should have picked a Vader promo then. All right, Sami Zayn will be out of action apparently until 2019. Tore both of his rotator cuffs.
Very, very, very sad. Apparently he's been working hurt for a long time. He's had He's had at least one of these injuries for maybe a few years now.
Jesus.
And it's been getting worse and worse and worse. And then all of a sudden, it's just too much for the body to handle. And obviously, it's never fun to miss action. You're missing money. You're missing time on the road with your friends and all that other good fun stuff. But Sami Zayn, this last promo or program with Bobby Lashley was not a good one. So maybe him getting off TV for a while hopefully he comes back. Maybe he comes back at the Royal Rumble. That's a little iffy, but maybe.
We'll see. Surprise entrant in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. All right, moving on from that. WWE Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia, October 6th. It will be the last time ever that Triple H and The Undertaker go one-on-one. I thought they ended that era like at WrestleMania 28, but,
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really asking for this match, but, we got it, so.
We got Cena. We got Cena Hunter. We're getting the Hunter Taker. It's all right. As you people know, I'm a fan of the nostalgia act or whatever. So it's okay. It's just one night. It's not gonna hurt anything.
It's at a cricket stadium. Apparently the attendance is around 100,000. Will they fill it up and break some sort of attendance record? We'll see.
Yeah, they do love to go after those attendance records. I love the live specials that they do. I loved the Beast in the East, Roadblock, the Greatest Royal Rumble. I wasn't a fan of the name or the concept, but the show
or the country.
But the show was decent. So yeah, I love live specials. I can't wait to see what they do with this. All right, June 19th will forever be known as Rey Mysterio Day in San Diego. 619.
619.
Yeah, booyaka booyaka. Congratulations, Rey, getting his own day.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling for almost longer than I've been alive, probably.
Yeah, 20 plus years.
And he finally gets a day in San Diego.
I know, yes. June 19th is also the same day all three members of the Shield were world champions. But moving on from that, the WWE UK tournament, Monday, noon, our time. You gonna watch?
Maybe. They've already spoiled stuff for me.
Yeah, You can't be doing stuff like that, man.
Like, just throwing it out there. Not even with spoiler alerts, but even with spoiler alerts, like, if you attach the video, like, it's really hard to, like, not see it. Like, they just put it up on their Instagram story whenever it happened. It was just like, thanks a lot. Now probably the biggest news come out of the show, I already know about it.
Yeah, you can't be doing stuff like that, WWE. You can't.
That's why I turned off my notifications on the WWE app, because in the beginning, I don't know if they still do this, but they would, like, send you notifications of when matches would end, and sometimes I wouldn't watch it live. And
yeah.
It spoiled the thing for me, so if that happens to you, you can go on the telephone and disable your notifications on the WWE
Yeah,
app.
I've had to do that also. I don't like those spoilers. I like to still be surprised.
Especially when they do, like, the UK stuff, like when AJ Styles won the championship in the UK, they spoiled that too.
I stayed away from it. I don't know how I did. I was shocked. I turned off all notifications.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about it besides the obvious thing that happened, but I might check it out.
Yes, I enjoy...
After the World Cup matches.
Oh, of course.
You know.
I enjoyed the first UK tournament, so I'll watch this one. It's on a Monday at noon. It's a reasonable time. Alright, so Bully Ray responds to the Chicago crowd who took over the Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal match. He said back in his day, if a crowd took over his match, he and Devon would have gone in the crowd and beat the people senseless. Thoughts on this?
I mean, I know Devon and Bubba Ray are some tough guys, but I mean, 2 versus 16,000, I don't think they win that fight.
No. I mean, I understand why I said that, you know. Like, despite what you think of Roman and Jinder, you didn't have to hijack the match. You know, just let the guys go out there and work, man. It's just that simple. You know.
I didn't even watch the match.
Don't try to put yourselves over. Don't try to steal the show. You stupid marks.
But I think the reason they do it is just to show that they don't like either one of them. Because, like, if it was Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns, they would obviously get behind Kevin Owens. They would probably still do dumb chants, but they would be behind KO.
Look. If you're going to boo Jinder Mahal, Vince McMahon's going to be like, oh, he's getting booed. He's a master heel. Come on, guys. I've said this about Roman. You want to make a real impact? Don't react at all. It's just that simple.
I agree with that. I say stage a walkout.
But you people don't listen.
If he main events a pay-per-view that you don't like, just either, you know, just do a walkout, or you don't even have to leave the arena. You just go to the concourse.
Just go to the concourse.
Take a stand.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, Big Cass got released.
Yeah, how'd you forget that?
It's Big Cass.
You're wearing an Enzo shirt. Your boys are gonna get back together.
Oh yeah. They're gonna go over to Impact and be Zoe and Cassidy or something. I don't know.
Big Will.
Thoughts on the Big Cass release?
I mean, it was a little shocking. I mean, we heard stuff coming out that he had heat beating up little Daniel Bryan after he was specifically told not to do that, which, you know, that's probably something you should do. If you go to the highest of high ups and they say don't do it after you've asked everybody else, you probably shouldn't do it. And then there's also other stuff coming out that apparently he, like, on the European tours, he would get wasted in public.
I heard that.
And he, like, broke down a bus bathroom door, so, like, after that, everyone had to, like, go in front of everybody. Not a good look. I mean, people probably would think that Enzo was taking all the heat for Big Cass, which might be true, but obviously Big Cass is no angel himself.
Yeah.
So now he got released, and now if you told me 2 years ago that out of the 3, Carmella would still be standing there and she's the champion, I mean, I don't think I'd believe you. I think she'd be the first one to go.
Mela is money. I've been trying to tell you people, man. Well, it looks like Big Cass's wrestling career is as dead as that XXX kid.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
Why you gotta throw shade at X?
Oh, come on.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of him myself. I know he's had a past, but apparently
Didn't he beat a pregnant woman blind? Come on.
He was trying to better his life.
Look,
the man was only 20. No matter how bad a person is, you shouldn't be celebrating someone's death, especially such.
Don't you do that with Warrior and Snook on the show?
I didn't do that. I didn't say like, oh my God, thank God they're dead. I'm just saying like maybe we shouldn't celebrate them the way we do.
Look, it's unfortunate that the kid died. I'm sorry for his friends and his family.
And he has a kid on the way.
But look, he's not Pac. He's not big. He's not easy. He wasn't a revolutionary.
Well, that's what everyone else says.
Yeah.
Did you even listen to any of his music?
I heard he had that one where was like, I can't keep my penis in my pants or I just.
Are you talking about consensual penis? Shout out.
I just found out yesterday that was his song. I'm like, oh God, that song's trash. You know.
I'm not the biggest fan of his music. Apparently touched a lot of people, and it's sad that he left us.
He really put a beating on him. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
All right, moving on. This day in wrestling, Ring of Honor, Road to the Title, 2002. One of their first pay-per-views, you know. It was good stuff. There was some good wrestling on there. You know, he had Low-Key, Jamie Noble, guys like that. All right, moving on. This is the topic for today. Can WWE make the Universal Championship valuable?
Yeah. Like, so you tell me right now, like, just the Universal Championship means nothing just because Brock was holding it.
No.
It was sort of valuable when KO held it.
I mean, no, yeah, it was on its way there.
And even when Goldberg had it, Goldberg had it for a short run, and he defended it sometimes. Once.
Once, yeah.
He defended it once.
I mean, I look at it like this, you know, the Universal Championship, it's had some unfortunate dealings. The Balor injury, KO got it. It was a nice little 140-something day reign. Not as good as my 140-day reign with that. But, you know, the Goldberg thing, having a legend hold it, that's cool. And then Lesnar, it's just, I don't know, man. It's not there. It's not there for me. This title is going to be like 2 years old in August. It needs more work, you know? And especially, you know, when they say this was created for the fans. We named it after you, the WWE Universe. You're not listening to your fans, guys. I mean, come on.
I think it'd help a lot if it was in red. That does help. I mean, I was always a proponent of just having the WWE Champion travel back and forth between both brands. And just have the WWE Championship mean more. With
Lesnar having the longest single reign of a championship, it's whatever, you know. I'm not really worried about that. It's not doing anything for me. Like, I enjoy championships that have lineage. I know you have to build a lineage over time. But get some serious stories going. I mean, Joe and Lesnar, that was cool.
Put it on the big dog.
Put it on Roman. Hey, it'll be there.
Just get it over with.
It'll be there every week, guys. You know, but it's not doing anything for me. It's not a championship that I get excited to see defended.
I mean, in WWE, is there really a championship that you get truly excited when you see it being defended? Because, like, you know, I hate to bring it back to New Japan, but when the IWGP Heavyweight Championship gets defended, it's a big deal. It doesn't get defended all the time. It's not over there on house shows. I mean, Okada defended it, 13 times in a row, and that's, like, a huge deal. And someone in WWE might defend that in, 2 weeks.
Exactly. Fighting champions out here, man.
I mean, I don't even know was it 10 defenses for Lesnar on this 1.5-day reign or whatever?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I think if we're making such a big deal out of the Universal Championship, I think all it has to do is just get put on a regular person, an everyday person, and it just gets back into the fold of having Seth Rollins, you know, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, have all those different people hold it, and you build good matches around it. I mean, I don't exactly know why they keep having Lesnar hold the championship. If they're just going to put it on Roman, just get it over with, put it on Roman, and we can see this thing drown a horrible death. Don't talk about X.
I wasn't. All right, Raw recap. So, Raw gets pretty rowdy. It gets pretty rowdy. So Alexa Bliss, she wants to be presented the championship by Kurt Angle, and then Ronda Rousey comes out there and she just starts hauling ass, man. She just starts destroying people. This is the Ronda Rousey I like to see.
Yes, and I hate. This happened twice this week. We have the female champion being all sincere, and the crowd's like, "Oh my God, you deserve it!" Woo!
She does deserve it.
We're all trying to break kayfabe. They're gonna talk to me because you know they love me and blah blah blah.
She deserves it.
And then they turn on us, and then it's nobody. You know, nobody expected that, but yet everybody expected it. It's so stupid when Alexa Bliss does it. Like Alexa Bliss has done it like at least 3 or 4 times. And it makes no damn sense. Why do people keep chanting, "You deserve it"? Like, that is the single dumbest chant in wrestling right now, is when they say, chant, "You deserve it," because it's the fans trying to be smart and trying to, like, break kayfabe. Like, "Oh my God, we love you so much." No, they didn't deserve it. They earned it, all right? Who cares? Because in reality, or in kayfabe terms, they won it. They didn't just get handed to it. Even that's technically what happens. Ugh! I hate the "You deserve it" chant.
I mean,
it's so dumb.
The "You deserve it" chants are acceptable in certain circumstances.
When
Christian won the world title, he deserved it.
I still don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, you're talking about something that happened.
You deserve that.
You're talking about what no, I earned this. I didn't deserve it. I earned it. 10 years ago, you know, it was new. Like, nobody did that all the time. But now it seems like every single time somebody wins a championship for the first time, or even like regular, like, I wouldn't be shocked if people chant "You deserve it" at Dolph Ziggler next week. Don't give me that face like he does.
Oh, I don't know. But look, so the whole Ronda segment, she gets the briefcase, starts assaulting Alexa Bliss with it. Then she hits Kurt with it because, you know, she was like, you're supposed to be my friend, protect me or whatever, yada, yada, yada. Then she powerbombs Alexa Bliss. And the segment after that, she gets suspended.
I think I liked it. It was a good way to... it's kind of like the Brock Lesnar treatment. You have Brock or Ronda just destroy everybody and have a reason for why they're not going to be on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Suspended for 30 days. She's been on Instagram every single day posting a photo about the encounter and saying, like, 30 days. Like, she's been doing the countdown. So, it'd be exciting to see. Obviously, she's not going to be there for Extreme Rules. And this is probably setting up a SummerSlam match with her and Alexa Bliss. And we all know the spot. It's all coming. Ronda's going to put Alexa in the armbar, and Alexa's going to break her arm.
It's going to look cool.
Or Ronda's going to break her arm, but Alexa, you know, double-jointed.
The double-jointed. Yeah. It's still going to look pretty cool and vicious. Quick thoughts on the Nia-Ronda match at Money in the Bank?
It was all right. I thought it was, you know, quite surprising how good of a match it was. And
yes.
They were on their way to something fun, especially if Ronda did lock on the armbar. I think the crowd would have popped huge for it.
Yes. All right, something I kind of popped for. I was actually really shocked by this. So Seth Rollins issues an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, and Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre make their way down to the ring. I'm not gonna lie, I thought McIntyre was gonna get in the ring, but it was Dolph. And after a really decent match, some Chang foolery happens.
A really decent match. That is high praise.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Two great workers. I enjoyed it. Dolph Ziggler rolls up Seth Rollins, kind of calling back to what Rollins did to Elias the night before, and Dolph Ziggler becomes a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. I
thought the match was good. You know, probably I think good is probably higher than really decent.
Yeah.
But I was a little shocked to see Dolph Ziggler win the championship. They did tell the story of Seth Rollins having a grueling match with Elias last week, maybe, or yesterday, whatever, the night before. Maybe having biting off a little more than he can chew. And then they had the backstage promo afterwards. We can get into that. But I think the match itself was fun. It had the little excuse of McIntyre sort of getting involved, but not really getting involved. And we're going to have a match next week, so we're going to see what's exactly going on. They're just going to get it right off of Seth Rollins, and he gets put into the multi-man Universal title match. Or he gets it back, and this was just a blip on the radar.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw somebody immediately put on Instagram a photo of Shawn Michaels, the Intercontinental Champion, and Diesel and Dolph and Drew McIntyre, really just going back to this whole Diesel-Shawn thing from back in the day. That's interesting. All right, well, moving on from that, Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman have a segment.
I mean, it was not a good segment. The best thing is Kevin Owens actually selling injuries from a match, something that WWE rarely ever does.
Yes.
Especially on these hardcore matches.
That continuity, man. You gotta have all that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Deleters of Worlds. Hardy and Wyatt, they go on to defeat Slater and Rhino. Thoughts on this?
Good for them.
Good for them. The B team though, that interesting segment where DeBow was imitating his brother.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of stuff I talked about last week, how they could really go down the rabbit hole in terms of some comedy with them and the Wyatt compound and kind of do some stuff with that. And I think they might be on their way. They might pull it back a little bit, but I think this was a good first step. I like the B team. And I think they could be good foils for the Deleters of Worlds, especially in the Woken universe.
Yes, wonderful. All right, the modern-day Maharaja. Jinder Mahal goes on to defeat Chad Gable. He talks about how he's found peace. Kind of going back to the same thing he did when he first came back in 2016. Talk about how he's found inner peace or something, and then he just becomes vicious and just gets rid of Chad Gable. Thoughts on this match and segment?
Poor Chad Gable.
What are we doing with my boy Chad, man?
I mean, honestly, I think Chad should just leave WWE and he probably could tear up the indie scene. He'd be great.
Oh my God, he'd be the Evolve champion or something, you know. Just go.
He could be in New Japan. He could be the little underdog, but he has that, you know, credibility of being a wrestler. Him versus Minoru Suzuki, make it happen.
Oh my God, just do a shoot single on him. That'd be amazing. All right, Sasha Banks and Bayley, they brawl.
They did. Well, after their tag team match. You forgot about the lovely tag team match.
I mean,
What was it? Liv and Sarah Logan.
Yeah, the Riot Squad.
Oh, and by the way, the thing with the Riot Squad does backstage where they just randomly just destroy stuff and like
just got female bullies now,
and they're committing like crimes and I don't know if they're felonies but misdemeanors and whatever. Throw them in jail. Like just it's really stupid.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I saw that they like wrote R on the mirror with lipstick. I'm like, what is this? How corny are we? Are we in the Attitude Era again, guys? Like, what is this? But yeah, so I mean, what do you think about the real implosion of Banks and Bayley?
Who cares?
They should have.
They've been doing this for 6 months now or something like that. And basically, I love Bayley, hometown girl, and I still don't like either one of them in this.
Yeah,
feud.
I've really fallen off. Like, I used to be so high on these girls. Like, should have just had the match at WrestleMania.
But then it would have been like 7.5 hours.
Oh, come on! It would have been a good match from these girls. A decent story could have been told. Both of them could have moved on to bigger and better things. But, we gotta drag this out. I have patience. I love when storylines take their pace.
But I also like storylines where there's someone to root for and someone to boo. And in
Yeah.
this one, there's no, especially like tonight or whatever the show was.
Monday.
Like, who are we supposed to cheer in that situation? Like both of them are catty. Both of them like attacked each other from behind. Both of them just putting on mean mugs. Like I don't know who am I supposed to cheer. Like am I just supposed to, cheer Bayley because she's a local hero? And then like what about people who don't have ties to either one of them? Like I don't know. What's the point of this?
I don't know what's going on. They need to fix this. All right, Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley tag and defeat the Revival.
Well, you just missed the entire setup for Kurt Angle saying that they're going to have a multi-man match to see who's going to be the Universal #1 contender. You just totally missed that entire segment. The whole reason.
That's why I have you here.
The whole reason they set up the tag team match is because Roman Reigns came out because he's the big dog and he deserves the championship. Because he actually won that match at Greatest Royal Rumble. But who really cares? It's been like 3 months at this point. Just get over with it, Roman. You can have another title match. You just keep winning your matches and just shut up about it. And then Bobby Lashley comes out and then Roman Reigns look like a total a-hole, just like Bobby Lashley. Why would he come out? He's not deserving of the championship because I'm the big dog. I'm the one who should be doing this. And they both go at it and then they make the.
Then the Revival comes out, and then we get to this match.
And of course the Revival lose because they're the Revival.
Yes, Bobby Lashley finally got to perform that spear that he's really good at, because that stalling suplex that's not working for me as a finish. And Bobby Lashley's spear is amazing. All right. He was like, "That's how it's done, Roman." I was like, "Ooh, let's get to these guys for the Universal title. They don't care about that championship." Yeah. No, but thoughts on the match in general, though?
It was fine. It was decent. Not really decent, just decent.
It was okay. It was all right. Typical.
It was there.
Typical throwaway Raw match.
It was there.
All right. Elias has a concert.
Good for Elias.
I feel bad for Elias, man. He needs to find his way again. He needs to find his way back to a championship scene. Maybe he can go after that one. We don't know. Seth Rollins has a promo about losing the Intercontinental Championship.
I thought it was a really good promo. Renee,
very heartfelt.
I think Renee was the interviewer, and she said, she basically gave him an excuse, and Seth was like, "No excuses, Renee. Like I put myself into this. I said the open challenge, and Dolph came out here and he beat me fair and square. Even with Drew McIntyre by his side, and he's invoking his rematch clause. So as I said earlier, I think next week we're gonna really find out what's next for Seth Rollins."
Yes. All right. The Constable, Baron Corbin, and Kevin Owens go on to defeat Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman, and Finn Balor.
You missed the Dolph Ziggler promo. Jeez, come on, is it that hard? Just put everything down in the script. So Dolph Ziggler had a promo backstage with Drew McIntyre, and he talked about, how he's the best and blah, 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 and they're going to run the first of many titles they're going to win, and Drew McIntyre kind of looking at the championship, maybe thinking that he wants to have it. So, as I said, is Dolph Ziggler going to retain, and then this is the implosion of Shawn and Diesel?
They just got together.
Who cares?
Can implode that quickly?
Sure, who cares? You would know about imploding quickly. All right.
What?
All right. So, anyways,
what?
the tag team match. I'll tell you off the air.
All right, yeah. Corbin and KO, like I just said, They defeat Strowman and Balor. Thoughts on the match?
It was fine.
It was okay.
I do like Braun actually saying that Finn Balor's his friend. You know.
A monster with feelings.
Braun being a nice guy. I'm waiting for them to do the awkward sexual tension between him and Alexa Bliss. It's always fun, even though they kind of shoehorn it in there.
Got to shoehorn it in there. You're damn right, baby.
Even though Alexa Bliss was right last week. He said Team Little Big was going to win both the Money in the Banks, and they did.
Hey.
Shout out Alexa Bliss.
Alexa, she's booking these things, man. I'm telling you. All right, it was a decent match. Corbin wrestling in the suit getup or whatever his version of a suit is. It's interesting.
Is it just to hide his body?
I mean, he wears a t-shirt when he has like his wrestling gear on.
Even though he's sweat, well, that's because he was hiding his wrestling body. But at least his t-shirts were black, and the shirt he was wearing was white, so he sweated right through it. It was disgusting. See
that little bit of flab.
It was nasty.
All right, we can't wait to see what happens on Raw on Monday. Moving on to SmackDown Live. SmackDown, you guys just keep doing it for me, man. You guys are back on the up and up. I really enjoy it. Paige announces a 5-man gauntlet, kind of like what they did on Raw a few months ago. And the winner of this becomes the #1 contender for the phenomenal AJ Styles and the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. The people who participated in this were Daniel Bryan, Big E, Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. It's going to be a good match later on in the show. All right, so then after that we kick off with an Ellsworth Carmella promo, because Mella is money.
Mm-hmm. Same thing as what Alexa Bliss did. She was trying to be she was going to say that she was going to be sincere, and everyone's like, oh my god, she's breaking kayfabe, she loves us, yay, woo! And then she, heals it up, and then Ellsworth comes out. And then Asuka comes out, and then Asuka kicks Ellsworth, and then Carmella kicks Asuka, and then they scurry away, and that's the whole reason they got Ellsworth back, so Carmella...
Typical heel stuff, man.
So Carmella could get the upper hand on people. She should not be getting the upper hand on.
Yeah, I mean, is Ellsworth going to turn on her, though? Because remember, Carmella turned on him towards the end of his, Actually, you know what I noticed? People who, get fired from WWE, like Kurt Hawkins and James Ellsworth, they showed up on that Grim guy, that toy collector guy who goes to, to these wrestling events. They show up on his YouTube channel, have a match, and then they get rehired. Maybe that's the answer. Enzo, Enzo and Cass, if you want back in, you know what you got to do.
You got to be on Grimm's Toy Show.
Yep, and you get hired. I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. All right, moving on from that, we go.
Oh, he was actually on Total Bellas, because they were talking about the money or the Royal Rumble, and they showed some fan cam footage, and Grimm was on it. I was on Total Divas one time. What else? I took a selfie with Natty and Jim Neidhart.
I was on Raw once.
But you weren't on Total Bellas, Total Divas, whatever it was.
That's true.
I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so they can show my likeness. It was a big deal.
It was a very big deal,
Mm-hmm. Still waiting for my royalties, though.
Oh, my God. Every time that episode...
Even though I'm pretty sure it was, on the contract say I don't get any royalties. But my lawyers are looking over it, even though it's a 3-year-old episode. But, litigation.
We're trying to get this man his money. All right. It's all about the money. All right, Becky Lynch.
What?
Oh, come on. I alley-ooped it up there. Come on, man. All right, Becky Lynch.
Give me that Becky.
There we go. Becky Lynch goes on to defeat Billie Kay. Decent match. The Iconics, I like them. They're the perfect kind of, not necessarily really goofy, but they'll say something or do an impression of somebody, and you'll kind of chuckle a little bit, what is this?
They border on the line of entertaining and annoying.
Yeah. And
they straddle the line, and I mean, I don't know if you want to straddle that line because people might just turn the TV off because they're annoying. They're just I can't deal with this.
I'm never annoyed by them. I'm somewhat entertained by them. Peyton Royce, helping out her iconic duo mate, while Becky was outside, kind of stomping her out a little bit. But eventually Becky gets that arm bar in, the disarmer, and makes Billie Kay tap out.
Mm-hmm. Becky Lynch, so close to the briefcase on Sunday. Her and Naomi just apparently don't know how to unclip a briefcase. It's not that hard.
A lot of botches in that match.
I mean, Alexa Bliss, like, come on, girl. You missed your cue by a good 5 seconds.
Yes. Gotta get on that. The producers, they gotta time that better, man. All right.
But Becky Lynch won. I'm always on board with that.
I'm always on board with Becky Lynch. My boy Jeff Hardy, my boy Jeffrey Nero Hardy, has a little promo backstage or wherever he was. It was a dark room. I thought he was gonna become like Woken or something, where he said after he took the Kinshasa, like vibrations went through his mind or something like that.
Speaking in some medical terminologies that I've never heard of before.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna become Woken, but he brought back the face paint, and he had on these really cool contacts where he's like, now I can see again. So hopefully he's going back to the charismatic Enigma version of Jeff Hardy that we all know and love, the face painted Hardy. It's gonna be some good stuff moving forward. Daniel Bryan has a promo about the gauntlet match coming up later in the night.
Her and Renee having some cute chemistry.
Yeah, great rapport. Calling back to those talking smack days. Yep. Renee didn't get the cue to say yes the first time, so she had to do it again when he asked the same question again. It was all very cute and fun. I loved everything about it. All right, Sanity arrives finally on SmackDown Live. They dismantle the Usos.
No Thicky Cross though.
No Thicky Cross, man. I thought that's what they were waiting for. I guess not. I mean, we'll see. Nikki Cross on the SmackDown Women's roster would be amazing.
I think she'd be a good heel.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with, Carmella being the top heel. Charlotte apparently is out for maybe a month or two because she got a ruptured implant. No bueno there.
You gotta fix those.
Carmella and the Iconics are the top heels right now in the company, and they're not exactly the best wrestlers in the world. So I think Nikki Cross coming up being a heel can put some oomph back in the SmackDown Women's roster.
Yes, Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf. They made their debut on the main roster. Congratulations, these guys.
I didn't like them going up against the Usos. I think that's something you can build towards. Obviously they didn't give away a match; they just gave them a beatdown. But I think you could have done the same thing with just a regular squash match. You did this. You do the same exact thing. You tell the story of who these guys are. You can even have like a 6-man squash match where you get everybody doing their big moves.
Yes.
And I just didn't like the Usos getting not buried, but just getting beat up like that. Especially since they haven't been doing anything, so it's kind of like you forgot about them, so they haven't really been on a streak lately, and then they just get beat up by Sanity, which obviously it should be a fun feud with the Usos and Sanity. Yeah.
Should be amazing. All right, Shinsuke Nakamura. He has a backstage promo, and honestly, I thought this was I was entertained by this, really. He talks about how the reason why he didn't win the WWE Championship was because the ref didn't count in Japanese. I thought that was funny. And then Renee interviewed him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He was asked about Jeff Hardy, and then I guess he didn't really care about Jeff Hardy. So I believe we're moving into a Jeff Hardy Shinsuke Nakamura feud, and hopefully Shinsuke can win the United States Championship.
I think that'd be fun. They had an okay match.
You know what I'm thinking? You think with Naito when he throws the Intercontinental Championship in Japan, when he throws that around
like this?
No. I paid for that. Hold on. No.
Oh, okay.
No. Do you think Shinsuke would do that with the United States Championship?
No. Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Because he's a dirty Japanese?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say here?
Nothing like that. Give the sense like he doesn't care. I think something like that could happen. I think that'd be interesting to see. You
see?
You don't think that'd be interesting?
I'm not a big fan of Naito throwing the titles around.
Honestly, yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing that. I feel like you're disrespecting the title, but that's my personal.
Or wearing it like a fanny pack.
Oh Jesus, yeah. No, but what do you think about the whole Hardy Nakamura thing moving forward?
Should be a fun feud. I was hoping that maybe Almas would be in here, but where's Almas?
Yeah,
he's supposed to have a match with Sin Cara, and then he just hasn't. He's been MIA the last 3 weeks.
Where's my boy Almas, man?
Where's Selena Vega? Where's Sin Cara? Come on.
Nobody cares about Sin Cara.
Well, he's supposed to have a match with them, and they just maybe they got mixed up and they ththought they were gonna wrestle down to Mexico.
Oh my God! What?
I don't know.
Why would you say something like that? They went over to AAA and just tore the house down, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Sin Cara broke his finger.
Again. All right, Harper and Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers. Once again, they defeat Gallows and Anderson, my boss, to retain the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. I'm not going to lie, they had me going. They had me believe for a second that my boys were going to win tag titles for the second time in WWE. But it didn't happen.
Well, I didn't even watch the match because I knew they weren't going to win. And
Jesus.
they didn't win.
Gotta watch the product,
So
man.
there you go.
I mean,
What was on? It was Tuesday.
it was a Tuesday, yeah. There was no basketball.
I don't even know what I was watching at the time. Might have been watching some college baseball.
College baseball.
College baseball World Series going on right now. Go Beavs.
You go Beavs. Don't know who you guys are, I'm be honest with you. Don't know. I don't know. Alright, well after this we have the gauntlet match. We kick off with Daniel Bryan, the yes man.
My man.
And he starts it off with Big E. Thoughts on that one?
Really good match. Probably the best match out of all of them.
Yeah, I mean I really enjoyed it. I was like, hey, what's going on? This is lit. It ended with the running knee.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice, Big E showing that he can work. I think this was WWE making up for him not being in the Money in the Bank match, so they put him.
I predicted it. It should have happened.
Yeah, so they put him in this.
But whatever.
They put him in this gauntlet match, and it was a really good showing from Big E. Him and Daniel Bryan. They have good chemistry in there. They have a nice rapport in the ring. I'd love to see them progress into something further, but we'll have to wait and see. And then after that, who was up next? After Big E gets eliminated,
Samoa Joe.
it was Samoa Joe. How'd you feel about that one? They didn't really give us away any.
It was a good match. I was wondering how they're gonna get out of this because I thought maybe Bryan was gonna maybe run the table and then run into Miz, but they got a nice little finish. I mean, when they did the chokehold on the outside, I was like, okay, Bryan gets choked out, but not really, and he gets counted out. So I was like, okay, that's a good way to finish the match. But then Bryan runs up the barricade,
flips
does a
out
little
of it,
tilt-a-whirl, and rolls back into the ring, and Samoa Joe gets counted out. I was like, okay, that took me by surprise.
Yeah.
And I like the finish. Very, very innovative.
Brian James isn't killing SmackDown now, is he? Yeah. You stupid marks. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I apologize. No, but yeah, that was a great finish. They're saving a real finish for Bryan and Joe for something later on down the line. I love that. This was a really good showing by Joe. Quick, simple. And then, who was up next? I can't remember.
The Bludgeon Brothers attack Daniel Bryan for God knows what reason.
That's
just
right.
because they did some sort of stare down.
Actually, no. They have to avenge when he turned on the Wyatts all those years ago.
Which is one of my favorite moments in wrestling.
That's all that continuity I've been talking about. Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, for whatever reason, assault Daniel Bryan. And then my boy Miz comes out there, hits him with a skull-crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. Pins Daniel Bryan.
Like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Miz, he gets one over on people all the time, man. I enjoy it. All right, and then we get Rusev and Miz.
Mm-hmm. If I like to go back for a second,
Let's go.
because I see the timer. We gotta stretch things out a little bit. We gotta slow it down because Stone Cold told me, when they're telling you to go too slow, you gotta slow down.
You gotta slow down.
That's what Stone Cold taught me on the podcast. But anyways, Daniel Bryan getting beat up by the Bludgeon Brothers. Does this mean that we're gonna get the reunion of Team Hell No? Because who the hell else is gonna be Daniel Bryan's tag team partner?
God. Really though? I mean, what's Kane doing with the whole political game right now?
I mean, you gotta wait till November till the election.
To the real election, yeah. I mean, if he's not doing anything, then a Team Hell No reunion that could possibly be in the works. But was Raw the last time I checked, or does it even matter?
Who cares?
It doesn't matter. All right.
Daniel Bryan is former GM. He could pull some strings.
He could. I mean, did Daniel Bryan have any tag teams on the Indies? I can't remember. I'm trying to think.
Was it him and Roderick Strong? I think sometimes.
I don't. I was trying to think. All right. I mean, yeah. I guess Team Hell No could make a return. That'd be something.
Because I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Why would you have Daniel Bryan go up against both Bludgeon Brothers, especially with the Bludgeon Brothers being such a formidable team right now? Are you really gonna have them lose? Or are you just gonna have Kane eat the pin? And I don't really know what the point of this feud is right now. If this is where they're going, unless it comes out to Miz hired them to beat him up, and then it's just gonna be Miz Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules. But I think you should say that for SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
Daniel Bryan still didn't sign a contract, so we don't know. Maybe they're just gonna try to bury him.
Oh God. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with this whole Bludgeon Brothers Daniel Bryan thing. I mean, Team Hell No. That was one of my favorite tag team or just favorite wrestling stories in the last couple of years. For them to have a potential another tag team run, I think that'd be nice, something fresh for the fans, a little bit of a nostalgia, kind of, sort of. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Kane would come back that quick. I mean, when was the last time we saw him? The Royal Rumble?
Was he at the Greatest Royal Rumble?
Was he? I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I don't know. Everybody was there. I just assumed he was.
Yeah. I think the last time we saw him was that triple threat with Strowman and Lesnar. But I don't know. I don't know what the point of that is. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully Miz just hired them or something. And then we get into Rusev versus Miz. This was a decent one, man. It's a decent.
Really decent. Really decent. Word of the day.
Decent.
2 words of the day.
Like that one time when Daniel Bryan...
Like when Coach has his dumb words of the hour. Nobody cares. I don't care if it was your gimmick on Sports Center. It's so stupid. I'm with Corey Graves. Even though Corey Graves, I haven't liked him a lot recently, especially with his antics on the internet. But anyways, I got to agree with him. The word of the hour, Coach. Knock it off. Even though I think he might play into it a little bit because I think he knows it pisses people off. Probably,
most likely. Shout out, Coach. But yeah, the Rusev and Miz match. I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed this. But I think I really enjoyed the ending. Because Rusev won the gauntlet. And he earned a #1 contendership to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules.
Ruru for WWE Champion.
Whoever thought we'd see this day?
On Rusev Day.
On Rusev Day. Extreme Rules is on Rusev Day. Could Rusev win the WWE title on Rusev Day?
I think so. I mean, that's probably going to swing it in his favor. He must be the favorite now.
All the Rusev Day chants paid off, guys. They paid off, I'm telling you.
Until he loses, you know. Until he loses
What if they shock us with it?
I mean, I don't really I don't know what the WrestleMania or the SummerSlam match is right now for AJ Styles. So
yeah, we got some time to see how this is gonna play out. But yeah, AJ Styles makes his way to the ring after. He lays the title down, shakes Rusev's hand, and punches Aiden English, and then just leaves. I thought that was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, setting it up. I mean, AJ didn't really do anything on the show, and he actually was watching the Gauntlet match at a actual angle that people will watch at TV, not at like a sharp 90-degree angle. He was kind of like at 45 degrees, a little weird, but still manageable. Even though he wasn't sitting down, which is usually how people watch TVs, and he was in the locker room. Like, why is there just a TV in the middle of the locker? Anyways, I digress. It should be fun. Shall be fun.
It shall be fun. You have any other points you want to get to, man?
I think I don't know if SmackDown was a better show. I probably think so.
SmackDown was a better show.
SmackDown won the battle again. Another battle.
Won the battle again. You know, we're getting back to hopefully that late 2016 booking where it was just fire all the damn time. You know, Raw did open up pretty rowdy, pretty Ronda Rowdy. So I mean, is she just off because she's gonna go in the Hall of Fame? Is that it?
Well, I think they just don't have anything for her. You don't want to overexpose Ronda.
Yeah, you don't want to devalue Miss Rousey.
And Nia Jax's gonna be facing Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules. So is Alexa just gonna squeak it out, and we're gonna have that match at SummerSlam?
She'll find a way. She will find a way.
And then now we're supposed to cheer for Nia Jax again after she was just being a bully to Ronda Rousey. Like, come on, guys. Like, if you knew this was the end result, why would you make Nia Jax look so unlikable?
I don't know.
Up against Ronda, and then now she's going to have to be the babyface against Alexa Bliss, unless you're going to turn Alexa Bliss babyface, but then you're going to have her face against Ronda. Makes no sense.
It really doesn't. They've kind of screwed up there. But Alexa and Ronda, I'm actually looking forward to that, you know? I think it's going to be good. Ronda Rousey, she just keeps surprising me, man. She really does, you know? She surprised me at WrestleMania. And in the singles match, I'm like, Nia's still kind of green. She's the veteran in this. What's going to happen? Is
Nia really a veteran?
I mean, she's the veteran in that sense. Of, like, she's been wrestling longer. And honestly, that might have been the best match of the show for me. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, yo, what's going to happen next? And then little Miss Bliss, 5 Feet of Fury, became a 5-time women's champion.
Shout out Booker T.
Shut up. Oh my God, he obliterated CM Punk on the pre-show.
Who watches those anyways?
I had it on, background noise, getting ready for the big show. He said CM Punk got the beats broke off of him.
Oh, speaking of Big Show. Big Show was on...
What? Speaking of Big Show, what about Big Show?
He was on Undercover Boss with Stephanie McMahon.
Oh.
I know, I watched it.
I haven't seen that episode.
You have not watched Celebrity Boss, Undercover Boss, Celebrity Edition. It was hot garbage. It was just a total PR campaign for WWE, just talking about how WWE changes the lives of all these different people.
They do, man.
And they're such a great company.
They are.
And blah, blah, blah.
They
blah,
changed
blah.
my life. Yeah. They changed my life.
Oh my God, nobody cares. And everyone who's
thank you, WWE.
And Stephanie McMahon, in her wig and her southern accent. I'm pretty sure she was trying to do a southern accent because, them people up north hate them southerners, so she was trying to do a southern accent so she could be all funny and stuff. And it's just like, come on, Stephanie, really, you're going to do a southern accent?
I mean...
It was atrocious. I mean, I watch some episodes of Undercover Boss, not the Celebrity Edition, it's a new thing they're doing. So I could kind of, expect that the people working down at the docks don't know who the CEO of the company is. But then when it's Stephanie McMahon, and especially, all of them, because apparently all of them are big fans, they should know who Stephanie was, because it was clear as day that was Stephanie McMahon with the blonde wig.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some episodes of Undercover Boss. I haven't seen this one. I need to go watch it. But I saw some photos. I'm like, yeah, it's Stephanie McMahon. How could you not know that? I think it was one episode of Swerved on the WWE Network where Vince dressed up as an employee and people, they couldn't tell it was Vince. I'm like,
it's like the SNL skit where they do the Kylo Ren Undercover Boss, and everyone's like, yeah, it's Kylo Ren, but we're not gonna say it is because he's gonna kill us.
It's gone downhill. You want to tell people about your Under the Radar episode in case they haven't seen it? Give a little preview.
Or if you haven't listened to it, you can't
it.
see a podcast. Well, this is not a podcast. I mean, this is a YouTube. This is only on YouTube. If you see it on the podcast, I mean, I don't have a video feed on mine.
What is this, man?
This is a room.
All this.
Anyways, I talk about NXT, the fallout of TakeOver, which wasn't really anything, just 2 simple matches with some interviews.
Did you talk some Total Bellas?
Of course we talk Total Bellas. We say that for the end because it's the biggest news. John Cena told Nikki Bella that he will undo his vasectomy, which I don't even know why we're not talking about.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, because you just put little tubes, I guess, in there. They don't it's not like a woman thing where they cut it and they tie it up. For the guys, you just put a little tube in the testicular.
Snip.
And just put some blockers in there. Shadow Blockers, really good movie. You should go see it. He put some blockers in there, and he said, he's gonna undo the surgery so Nikki and him can have kids. And apparently the wedding's back on, but apparently in the previews for the next episode, the wedding might be called off. So we're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and I also talked about New Japan.
I just found out that you can undo a vasectomy. That's mage. That's huge.
I think you're missing the bigger story here that John Cena has a vasectomy.
I mean, John Cena was a bachelor back in the day, man. Of course he had to have a vasectomy.
You just, use a condom.
But they're only
pull-out game weak.
Only 99 or 98% effective. You got those other 1 or 2%. You gotta be careful, man.
Shout out EC3.
The 1%.
EC3 was on NXT.
EC3. NX3. Can't wait.
Yes, the New Japan G1 special in San Francisco. The full card has been announced. I go over the whole thing.
Yes.
As well as...
I will be in attendance. He shall be in attendance.
As well as the whole field and matches have been announced for the G1 Climax.
Oh, yes.
Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega will happen on the final night. See what happens there.
Wrong move, in my opinion. Very wrong move, in my opinion. Don't let him touch until Wrestle Kingdom, man. Have Kota win the G1. He challenges Kenny. Kota takes the title off Kenny.
But maybe that's how they tell the story.
Kenny signs to the big boys.
They tell the story of them being apprehensive and don't want to really fight, but then when it comes to being at Wrestle Kingdom, they have to fight because it's for the championship, and they have to put their love for each other aside to win the big belt.
The big strap.
Yep.
Who's going to be the big dog in New Japan? We don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out. I see the Bucks and Cody, the All In
Cody
boys.
Rhodes has a new YouTube channel now.
Oh, Cody Rhodes does have a new YouTube channel. I enjoy it.
15 minutes with the Young Bucks.
I enjoy everything about it. It was amazing. I see they were giving away some tickets to the Cow Palace show.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to give away.
There's a lot to give away. So they were giving away like a free raffle or something. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, like I said, we will be in attendance for the Cow Palace show. It's gonna be good stuff. You know, go meet that boy Kenny Omega, right?
If they do meet greets, sure. I'm going to bring like a rack or something.
Oh man, yeah, you're gonna have to.
Him, Okada, Tanahashi,
the Bucks,
Minoru Suzuki, the Young Bucks, Skrull, Page.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm just gonna meet the whole Bullet Club.
Liger, everybody.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Everybody. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Jesus, would you take a beating from Minoru Suzuki?
What do I get? Just to get beat up by him? I mean, I'm not into that stuff. If you are, I mean, good for
you.
But...
Remember that one guy I had on the pod? Shout out Ulysses. I did a pod with him yesterday. He was like, he wants to go to Japan to be a young boy so he can get beat up by Minoru Suzuki.
I mean, I don't think I'd wish that on my worst enemy.
No, I don't think you'd want that. You know, regardless. I mean, if there's money involved, still probably not. That's ridiculous. Go check out the pod I did yesterday with him. WWE versus New Japan point. That's like the second time I've done this. I'm on the WWE side, obviously. He was on the New Japan side. There were some interesting points there. I feel like I won the conversation because that's just what
definitely
happens.
Listen to it after you listen to Under the Radar.
I mean,
definitely.
That's just what happens. I just win these conversations. I'm out here. That's all that happens here. Jesus, people. I mean, your Under the Radar show. I've come to enjoy it, man. You know, you're
good.
You're doing big things over here. I've given you an outlet to express yourself.
You've given me an outlet because you're such a nice guy. You're
here.
Nice guy.
I brought you on this podcast.
I show up, unlike some other people.
Look,
who were here, and then they just do their own podcast, and then they just leave us.
They just leave us. Look, I brought you here, man.
Or some other people. They just never show up anymore because I don't have a life. That's why.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, I brought you here, man.
And look, started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Now he's here, 2-time champ. I don't know when I'm cashing in, man.
Yeah, where's your stupid little briefcase?
It's at home. I'll bring it when it's time to cash in.
Oh, okay.
When you see that briefcase.
I mean, I'm here.
And
you can do an NXT TV taping. You can do a Women of Wrestling. You can do Shimmer. You can do APW.
No. No.
You can do Kaiju Big Battle next year if you want. I don't even care.
Another, what was it, Janela Spring Break? Or do one of those?
Joey Janela called out Post Malone asking if he wants to wrestle.
That'd be interesting.
My brother's going to Post Malone concert. Maybe go with him if tickets prices go down a little bit.
All right.
Him and 21. Shout out 21. Shout out Amber Rose.
What did Amber Rose do now?
She's just dating 21 Savage.
Ew.
Come on, you gotta keep up with the gossip,
I don't keep up with the gossip, dude.
Shout out to the Total Divas crew out in Tahoe right now. Sending out some thirst traps, especially Paige yesterday.
Oh my god, I saw those. I was like, yo, it's lit. All right, Superstar Spotlight. Let's try to finish the show, man. Superstar Spotlight. Who do we got?
My Superstar Spotlight. I mean, I wouldn't say anybody really stuck out. Anybody had a great day or a great week. I would probably just say Seth Rollins. He's continuing on his path of being probably the hottest guy in the company. Had a good match with Elias, had a good match with Ziggler, a good promo afterwards. Just nothing special, but still constantly probably the best guy on the roster.
Yes. My Superstar Spotlight. Rusev. It's just that simple. Getting into this main event picture. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. Let's see if Vince will pull the trigger with this guy. It's gonna be some good stuff. All right, my promo pick of the week. The Rock confronts Right to Censor on October 26th of 2000 on SmackDown. This was interesting. The Rock's doing his usual shtick. He asks Ivory, because she's a prude now, do you like pie? And then China comes out there and has some stuff to say to the Right to Censor. Then my boy Billy Gunn, the ass man, he was eating pie. He tells Rock and China that he likes pie. and then a match gets made later on for some members of the Right to Censor to face Rock, China, and Billy Gunn. That might be my match pick of the week next week. We don't know.
That sounds like a humdinger of a match.
I don't know. All right, speaking of match pick of the week, Brandon, you said it was about my boy Big Van Vader. What is it?
There's many different matches you can go out and see. I mean, I picked this match just because I seen it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'll pick that because it seemed interesting, even though, honestly, the match wasn't that good, I'll be honest. But if you're going to go out and find some Vader stuff, definitely go out and find some New Japan stuff. I assume New Japan World has some Vader matches.
I would hope so.
On the WWE Network, basically just go and watch WCW matches. I mean, he has some okay stuff on WWF, but WCW early '90s definitely is the way to go.
Yes.
And All Japan in the late '90s is also some great stuff. Don't exactly know where you get some All Japan matches, but if you can find it,
YouTube.
Go out and find it. So the Vader match I picked was him versus Cactus Jack in a spin the wheel make a deal match, which turned out to be a Texas death match. Halloween Havoc, 91 or 92.
Oh, wow.
Don't remember.
That's
the match was okay. Just a lot of hardcore stuff. We got some blood involved, which Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. It should have had blood. If it had blood, it would have made the match a lot better.
blood makes matches better, guys.
But Harley Race in the corner.
Harley Race
was in the corner of Vader. I asked my brother, "Do you know who Harley Race is?" He said, "Yeah, he was in the Four Horsewomen or in the Four Horsemen." And I smacked him.
You smacked your brother.
I just smacked him. I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, he's 19. He should know this. He should know who Harley Race is." Then he was like, "Oh, he was the first Intercontinental Champion." Smacked him again.
He's the first United States champion.
He was close. He was, I mean, I probably shouldn't have smacked him that hard because.
Jesus.
But anyways,
smacking children. Jesus.
He's 19. He's not a child anymore. He's not a child.
He's a grown man.
He's a young adult.
I mean, there are people, that I know who are in my age group that don't know who certain guys are. It's, maybe we should just have like a wrestling like historian pod where we just like go over like certain guys and who they are.
I'm the historian here. I know everything. I'm the one with the hipster picks.
You are the one with the hipster picks.
But anyway,
all right.
So if you're gonna watch some matches from WCW, you go Sting, you go Cactus Jack, and you go Ric Flair. Those are the three guys that, if you can find any of those matches, are definitely the ones to seek out.
Yeah. I mean, another Vader match you can go seek out. I don't exactly remember. I think it was August of 90. It's between 91 and 93 when Vader had the match with Ron Simmons when Ron Simmons becomes the second African American world champion. That was a great one. That was a cool moment. Ron Simmons said Vader did the job for him and he's forever grateful for it. So, that's something cool you guys could go watch.
Yes, and the Halloween Havoc, I watched it, I turned it on, and it has a great opening segment with these kids going into a haunted mansion, and Tony Schiavone answers his door, and he does some terrible acting, trying to be all creepy and scary.
Tony Schiavone.
And it was amazing. So definitely, if you don't even watch, like, honestly, the opening segment, or whatever you call it, the opening video for Halloween Havoc, is much more entertaining than the actual Vader match. But go out of your way and see Tony Schiavone be scary.
Go see Tony Schiavone be scary.
My brother didn't even know who Tony Schiavone was, so I smacked him again.
Does he know who Bobby the Brain Heenan is?
Maybe.
We need to find out.
I'll still smack him anyway.
Let's just have your brother on this pod, man.
Well, I did ask him if he wanted to be on Under the Radar. He said maybe, because he has been watching more wrestling with me lately. I made him watch Kenny versus Okada. I made him watch, well, he didn't watch NXT TakeOver, but I made him watch, he always watches the pay-per-views. He did watch all of SmackDown and all of Raw, and he watched NXT with me, so, he rolled his ankle this week, so, his fat ass is on the couch.
Jesus.
Just sitting there, doing some rice, ice, I don't know what else, something elevation, care elevation, I don't know what else it's called, but anyways.
Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the Bay Area, go check out All Pro Wrestling Bay Area Bash tonight. They got Pentagon Jr. versus my boy Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP. They got my boy Flip Gordon. It's gonna be some good stuff tonight, guys.
Flip, once again, try to get booked on All In.
She's trying, man.
And Brandy messed it up. I know she wasn't trying to, but unfortunately she hit the guy with the low blow and got disqualified. Like, poor Flip can't catch a break. But he is Brandy Rhodes' best friend, so that's always a plus.
He really can.
And shout out to Cody, Brandy, and Zack Ryder and Chelsea for going out to the amusement parks. That's something they always do.
Oh, yeah. I know Zack Ryder's like a big kid.
And the joke is that Zack Ryder's always having a different girl with him every single time. So, He has Chelsea Green. What's her stage name? The crazy one.
Laurel Van Ness.
Laurel Van Ness. There we go. That's who she is.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, a little bit of a downgrade from Emma, but whatever.
Well, a little bit. All right. Yeah, but seriously, going back to APW Bay Area Bash.
Emma was on APW once.
She was there. Got to meet her. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu, a member of the Anoa'i Samoan Dynasty. He's their internet champion. He'll be there. You got JR Kratos, Reno Scum, Will Hobbs. You got Shotzi Blackheart. She'll be there. And
Shout out Shotzi.
Shout out Shotzi and Nicole Savoy. The Queen of Suplexes. She'll be there. So APW, they always put on a good show. I'm never disappointed with their stuff. If you're in the Bay Area, go out and see it. It's at the Pekele Convention Center. Or, it's not even a convention center. It's more like a community center out there in Daly City. We unfortunately will not be able to make it, but we might go to King of the Indies the night before the New Japan show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Hood Slam.
Oh, yes. People keep telling me to go to Hood Slam. I might have to make an appearance. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. You know, this has been fun. I'm gonna go and leave you people. Follow us on Instagram, The Bulletcast, YouTube channel, The Bulletcast, Twitter, @Bulletcast, Facebook is Bulletcast. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play, 99.9 FM, KW in Watsonville. Shout out to all you guys. Catch us from 10 to 11 every Friday night. Yes, the champ is here. I'm cashing in sometime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. Brandon, you're the champ. Sign us out.
Wow.